there's never been a code of ethics for the barracks, so we're making one right here. We're making history on Barracks Lawyers on the Dangerous Grounds Network. So I think we have to jump right back into fairness. So Garrett Country, what are your thoughts on fairness when it comes to code of ethics for the barracks?
Well, it's kind of like, what we're talking about where you got to keep your bros up, if they're on that downslide or something like that. There's always that chick in the barracks that is good for morale building. You got to be fair.
She's doing her patriotic duty.
She is doing her patriotic duty by keeping the brodom going between two bros. Just saying.
Yes. Sometimes you may be faced with that awkward situation of the devil's threesome. Never make eye contact. Never make eye contact.
Notice when we also said it's just a side chick. It's not somebody that you're constantly dating. The threesomes never work.
That's true. And I think it goes a little bit further than that. We got to break it down to the lowest level. It's not always when you're interested in a chick, but sometimes you hit that pivotal moment. That pivotal moment in the barracks where a beer run has to be made. So you do the community collection, okay? And there's that one unfortunate bastard who's just a little bit less drunk than everyone else, and they have to make the fucking beer run. So that brings us right in to Article 18. If a bro spearheads a beer run at a party, he is entitled to any access monies accrued after canvassing the group. And this is true. This is true. If a bro goes out in a beer run and you gave him a 20 and everyone else in the room did, do not expect fucking change. Because he just risked his time, his rank, and his money to fuel that party.
And possibly his woman.
It's true. That's very true in the barracks. That's very true.
Now you guys are referring to pretty specific situations on fairness. I'm going to go broad. I'm going to go, and I'm going to bring loyalty back into this. All right, so we are loyal to our boys in the barracks. We are loyal to our friends in the barracks. We are loyal to the barracks as a whole. Because if the barracks if 1, 2, 3 people fall, other things crumble. The barracks as a whole, you must be loyal to.
Like the drug trade.
Absolutely. But this is where fairness comes into play. If you've been in the barracks for a minute, you're one of the ones that have been there for the longest time. You just see new soldiers cycle through. You're almost like the barracks king, I guess.
Like me.
The godfather.
Yeah, the godfather of the barracks. You have more leniency with a lot of things. Now, when you're fresh, straight out of basic, and you just get to your unit, you don't have that much leniency, to be fair, because you just got there.
It's true.
So being loyal is one thing, but you also have to be fair. So, basically what I'm getting on is shit on all the new guys.
Yes. Shit on them all. Well, let's see here.
You've got to be properly taught on how to get your dick dirty. Properly taught how to be careful to not get right.
Properly get your dick dirty to avoid somebody else's. And that gets you points too. That's the man points right there.
Especially,
well, I like the Garrett brought loyalty back into play when we talk about fairness, because it's true. A lot of times in the barracks, loyalty and fairness go hand in hand. And this is this next topic, we're going to call this Article 91 just for Garrett, because I know he loves them. But, when we look at Article 91 of our Code of Ethics, Garrett has firsthand experience with this. If a group of bros suspects that their bro is trying to give himself a nickname, they shall rally to call him by an adjunct yet more demeaning nickname. And that brings me on to Snuggles. So, if you have a buddy out there and they're trying so hard to give themselves that badass nickname. It's up to you as a group, as a core, as a whole, to guide them from that horrible decision and ridicule them endlessly.
Yeah.
And you do so with a nickname such as Snuggles.
So, I just got to throw this in real quick. How do you know your kid's a military brat? When he picks up an ammo can for a stool. Just had to put that out there.
Oh, hell yeah.
Well, I don't think that had to do with anything with loyalty or fairness, but in all fairness, fuck yeah.
But to be fair, it was a good point.
It was, to be fair. Like what you put there. So, I think we've all agreed on fairness. I think we've made it through a little bit here, and I think our next topic is respect. What do you guys think? Does anyone have anything to close out fairness?
No, I think you're good.
Now we're good.
Okay, so we're going to go to respect. Well, this is when we look at respect. I think we have to once again break it down to the lowest level for all these fucking Barney fuckers in the barracks, and we have to look at it not just in the barracks, but when we're outside the barracks. And when you're out there and you're on the prowl, you have to have a hot chick rating, because sometimes we all get beer goggles. We do. And your bro comes up to you and he asks you, "Hey man, what do you think about this chick?" So I think we need a rating system. That's respect, that's that's fairness, that's loyalty, that's integrity, and that's honesty. It's everything. So when on the prowl, when a bro hits on the hottest chick first, because you just never know, but you have to have that hot chick rating. And this is how we're going to do it, 1 through 10. Half Asian chicks, you get a +2. Because I'm just saying, they're multi-ethnic, and sometimes that's a multi-ethnic. So we're going to put that out there. For those of you who do not know about the Lebanese, they take number 2 with a -1 percentage for Leba, please. Okay. So number 3, we have politicians' daughters, and that also goes for sergeant major's daughters, but that also has a -1 rating because they're going to have daddy issues, and they're going to have daddy issues. So you gotta watch that, and that's also going to have some career issues for you, which is why we rate it at a -1. Mute women. Okay, mute women is even across the board. That's an even kill. And one thing's for sure, they are handy. They are. So, mute women, we're going to leave that at number 4. Okay, number 5, 80s music video chicks. And for that, you're going to get a +112. Okay? If you got a girl crawling over a Corvette hood, I'm just saying, you're doing something right. It's like a White Snake video. We're gonna make animal noises, So, I get that even number 5, But number 6, and I think this is a really big issue for a lot of us, is the really tall chicks. Okay, so what are y'all's thoughts on the really tall on the ranking system? Do you get a plus or minus?
Depends. Are you short?
Well, see, for me, and I agree with that. I hear you, but for me, I give them a +4 because they can reach the ceiling fan from the bed.
That wasn't me.
That's just me. That's why I give them a +4.
That's big.
I thought long and hard about this rating. I did. I thought long and hard about this shit. But that's why I give them a +4. It's just because they can reach the ceiling fan. We might not be able to. We might have to get up on our knees or stand up a little bit. Hey, if you can reach it, go ahead. Number 7, mermaids.
Mermaids. Hey, if you can bang a fictitious animal that is majestic and glorious and beautiful and could eat you at a moment's notice, that's a +10.
Well, Garrett is in a unique situation here because his girlfriend did a photo shoot as a mermaid.
Ooh. Uh-oh.
She did. So I made this category specifically for Garrett. So mermaids, do we even keel, up or down?
Well, I mean, obviously, I'm going to have to go up.
See, for me, being that my wife never did a mermaid photo shoot, I'm going to go with an even keel, and I'm going to go with an even under the categories of wet, wild, and wonderful. So there's no bad can happen. You know, you don't know if it's going to be good, you know if it's going to be bad, but either way, you break fucking even. Okay? And then for number 8, I've got to go with chicks raised in a cult. And I give them a plus 883. I do. And I do that because it's a guaranteed crazy factor. So you know it's going to be a good time, good or bad. Doesn't have to be good, doesn't have to be bad, but it's going to be fucking epic.
And it's guaranteed with the chicks in a cult. It's guaranteed you're going to hear some shit you have never fucking heard before.
That's fucking true, man. It's like fucking Waco all over again. But did you want to miss it the first time? No, you were just too fucking young to get in there.
Like every 10 minutes, she asks you if it's time for her to bleach your shoestrings now.
You know what I mean? I'm just... The craziness factor is just guaranteed. And that brings us to number 9. One of my favorites are Army chicks. Army chicks. But I give you Army chicks a -4. Yep. I do. I give you a -4 rating. And that's because you should drop and give us something. So
I
that's
see what you did there.
Did you see what I did there?
This is your oral counseling, soldier.
This is, yes, oral counseling. Very good. Some corrective training. And number 10 has got to be girls on rollerblades. I gave them number 10.
So chicks that bring you your burgers at Sonic?
Well, those aren't rollerblades. Those are roller skates, and they get a -8. If you're on rollerblades, you get a -4 because you get a little too fast, too furious, and I ain't gonna chase that ass. So I think that brings us to our top 10 for trying to help a bro out when describing the hotness of a chick. I have to agree. A little way too in depth with that, but I had to. I
have to agree, but the system has to be taught with very, very with ease and delicacy. Because if you're on that magic phone call, all right, what's the hotness level? If they tell you a 14, you got to be able to decipher that. So you young privates coming in, I think they should get like a what do you call it? A probational period to learn this new bro code within the barracks and the barracks ethics before they're allowed to use such power.
Well, I think it should be posted on every fucking wall in every fucking room.
Here's the thing, Anthony, we're gonna have to augment this list though, because there are situations where some of these numbers may or may not be skewed either way, i.e., drunk goggles, deployment rotations, even long stints training, like 2 or 3 months. You get that deployment goggles. That 4 might look like a 5 or a 6 or a 7.
But you see, I think we've covered all that. I think we've covered that with honesty, integrity, loyalty, accountability, and fairness. I think that's where your bros come in, and this code of ethics really shines. And that's what it's there for, is so that we don't let our bros make these simple mistakes that so many of us have made throughout the years. I think that's what we've got to really, really look into. And I think that brings us right back to respect at Article 56, which is a bro is required to alert another bro if the bro-to-chick ratio at a party falls below a 1-1.
Respect.
Okay? You see what I mean? That is respect. But to afford broflation, that's our word, broflation, a bro is only allowed to alert one bro. Further, a bro may not speculate on the anticipated bro-to-chick ratio of a party or venue without first disclosing the present time observed ratio. Okay, this is important. Now, I know we've broken this down, once again, Barney style for you guys. But you can't be at a party with your bro or with your bro on the phone and be like, you got to fucking get here. It falls back into respect and honesty, loyalty, integrity. You got to go off that initial ratio. You know what I mean? If it falls below a 1-to-1, if there are more dicks than chicks, Then you need to send them to the Craigslist party or something. You know what I mean? Just don't do it. You can't do that. That's just not the way bros work.
And see, you got such a good point going there because, yes, I'm going to break it out. My year reserves. This dude didn't know what the bro code was.